This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Carson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Buying time to his left, and that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 3. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From midfield now, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Yo, faster. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. General West.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The end result, 21 yards.
Go, 15.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Murray. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. End zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson is complete to Lockett. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. 16 yards, a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. After one, a 14-3 ball game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand.
Hustle, hustle. X3. 218, chop. 5.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Latavius Murray, 30. Past the 20. A big run that time by Murray. 94 yards.
Here we go.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room. A little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, easy. Check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This is Jennings. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Jennings was the one he was looking for. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right, looking deep for Jennings. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, here's Penny.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. They give him a gain of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, but never underestimate the...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Roll out. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
A 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
A real hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Back to throw here. Open man is Michael Thomas. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jadeveon Clowney, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Ready? 56. Squeeze, double. 56. Exit. Check 56. Yeah. You don't want none. 56 to Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Murray. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Murray. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ezekiel Ansah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Ready? 10 over. Pilot, 64. Weak.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call.
And make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, Murray. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing. And the pressure gets to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And they'll wind up getting this one. Cushion, they just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, is it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He can run for it, and he will. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Dancing to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now.
He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Steps away. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 6th touchdown of the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Marr, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check it back.
They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 56.
2nd and 3. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Second and 5.
Push him back.
Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters...
And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Lutz good on the extra point. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Go 14. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson leaves this one with Penning. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.